It was one of those days where my husband was traveling for concerts out of town, and all of my friends were working, so I had to take my children with me to the doctor's office, and they were like 3 and 5 at the time, so I felt so badly for them. And for my doctor, actually, because he had to deliver this bad news. It's cancer, and I'm sitting there crying, and my children don't understand what's going on. But that actually, right on the spot, it was like, I have to be tough. My children are here with me, and I cannot dissolve into a puddle of tears. So we got in the car, and I was like, Mommy will be fine.
I remember them saying something to the effect of, we have good news and we have bad news. The bad news is that you have multiple myeloma. The good news is that there are a lot of options. If you have to have cancer, this is a good cancer to have. So it was pretty stunning because I had never heard of multiple myeloma before that.
So I have esophageal cancer. I'll never forget that day, April 14th, 2022. I did have trouble swallowing for months. I went to my primary, and we finally got the ball rolling. I didn't think at any point in time that I was going to be diagnosed with cancer. I just thought there was a lump in my throat when I was swallowing. And unfortunately, Dr. Furman had to give me the bad news. He sat there, held my hand right in recovery after my endoscopy, and he said, I don't believe I would have ever thought I'd have to tell you that you have cancer. And it was just a struggle. It was hard to comprehend, but I knew I just had to move on.
I had colon cancer. I tell the people, I got lucky because I had pneumonia. And they found out that I was losing blood, but it didn't show up anywhere. And on the 30th of June 2016, Dr. Moore and Dr. Salem took my colon cancer out. I've been doing awesome ever since. That's why I come back to give the roses. I waited. I want to make sure I was past the time when it could reoccur.
I found a lump in my breast, and I thought, but this is breast cancer. And I had my needle biopsy here. Oddly, at the same time, I had a lump under my neck, and I was diagnosed with invasive lobular breast cancer, stage 2, and I received the diagnosis of that I had metastatic liver disease in March, and I've started my treatment here with these new drugs, and they do their job.
Well, I was diagnosed 3 years ago with prostate cancer. I mean, I got plenty of time left, unless I do something stupid. But it was different for me. It's gonna be much different, for Leslie, because there's a lot more work to do there.
You're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days. Everybody's going to do that. And you try to keep a smile on your face if you can.
The community's amazing. The support, from every different directions. I mean, we had friends here, but it's been an amazing experience.
Don't despair. When you hear cancer, you always think it's the end of the road, and it isn't. That's the one thing I learned right away. That there's so many options, and there's so many treatments, and there's so much that can help you. It's not that bad word from the 80s where you knew your life was over.
I have actually had the experience of being asked to talk with newly diagnosed patients. I'm also the facilitator of our local multiple myeloma support group. What I tell them is that there are so many options. It is worth trying everything possible to live a good, normal life.
Trust your doctors, trust your team, surround yourself with people who lift you up, not just the medical professionals, but people who give you joy in your life. And I don't want people to feel sorry for me. I'm not full of self-pity, and I don't want anyone to pity me, because My fabulous late mother used to say when we would say, "Why did that happen to me?" And she'd say, "Why not?" And that's kind of how I live my life.
If you have a storm, that's what you have to go through to see the rainbow. No rainbow ever occurs without the storm first. And that's the way in everyday life. You have to go through that storm, and then the rainbow comes.
People are coming out of the woodwork to help you out. And it's, you know, it's like one big family.
It is amazing how much heartwarming it brings to you just to stay positive and have family members, coworkers, even your doctors. You know, there's always hope out there for you. Definitely is.
I am a survivor.
I am a survivor.
I am a survivor.
I'm a survivor, and I mean that wholeheartedly.
I am a survivor, and I'll always be a survivor.
We're thriving. You know, I don't know how long I'll live, but I'm a thriver because I thrive every day.